Well, good evening and welcome back to In Case You Missed It. I'm Darby Sparks and I'm going to go over some of the top stories coming out of Blair County this week. On Tuesday, Mayor Pacifico made an announcement asking for people in Altoona to sign up online to volunteer in case the community is struck hard by the coronavirus pandemic. While he wasn't specific on the duties of volunteers, he said it's good to have a group of them on standby for if and when the time does come. And starting on Wednesday, the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation announced that they're reopening 61 different bridge and highway construction projects. PennDOT said that this is to maintain safe transportation during the epidemic. And just today, during Governor Wolf's press briefing, he recommended that all Pennsylvanians wear a mask anytime they leave their homes to help protect themselves and others around them. And now we're going to send things over to Devin Jackson, who has more on what you missed in Clearfield and Center counties.
Darby, as the coronavirus continues to rage on, a nursing home in our area sees its first case of COVID-19, and a local hospital has their first patient receiving medical care for the virus in their facility. Mount Whitney Health announced Thursday they have their first patient with COVID-19 that is receiving medical care in their facility in State College. The hospital tells us they've had about a dozen patients test positive for coronavirus, but they were all healthy enough to self-quarantine at home. Earlier this week, hospital officials told WTAJ they have enough rooms, ventilators, and protective gear to treat COVID-19 patients. Mount Whitney plans to continue visitation restrictions and COVID-19 screening at the hospital. Guardian Health confirmed on Thursday that Mountain Laurel Nursing Home in Clearfield has its first case of the coronavirus in their facility. The company did not reveal whether the patient is a resident or staff member at the facility. Guardian Health said it's following all federal and state health guidelines for healthcare facilities. And Megabus Lines also announced Thursday that all Philadelphia, Harrisburg, State College, and Pittsburgh routes will be suspended until April 30th. That's in compliance with Governor Wolf's recent stay-at-home order. As of Friday, Center County has 32 confirmed cases of the coronavirus, while Clearfield has 5. I'll send things back to you, Darby.
Thanks, Devin. Well, now we're going to head over to Cambria County, where the coronavirus has affected the way many nonprofits are able to function. Our Sean Rapp has more on how a few of those have to adjust.
That's right, the Community Arts Center of Cambria County and the National Park Service of Western Pennsylvania have both made adjustments to include video streaming as part of their services. On Tuesday, the National Park Service started a Facebook Live series featuring one of their 5 parks and will do so each weekday at 1 p.m. They say this will allow folks to interact with members of the park staff and learn more about the parks from the comfort of their own homes. Catherine Kordak says even though you can't visit the parks, it's still important to learn about them.
They tell the American story. And here in our backyard in southwestern Pennsylvania, we have 5 very, very important treasures in our history, and if you've never been to them, I challenge you to come out once the park's open.
On Wednesday, we visited the Community Arts Center of Cambria County to talk about their new streaming project. A few times a week, they will be providing live and pre-recorded videos to keep the community engaged. These will feature anything from painting tagalongs and tutorials to peaceful yoga and meditation instructionals. Angela Godden says it's a way to bring art to life, even in times of uncertainty.
We're able to be part of that. We're able to help and maybe take some pressure off or have something for people to look forward to instead of that same routine.
The videos are available on their website at caccc.com. And in more recent news, a fire broke out Thursday night in northern Cambria. Dispatch says 9 crews were called to the scene around 10:30 on the 1000 block of Philadelphia Avenue. They say the fire began in a commercial building and spread to 2 apartment buildings. There were no reported injuries. And that's a look at some of the stories you may have missed this week in Cambria County. We'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Sean. Well, that's it for this week's In Case You Missed It. And be sure to come back next Friday for a summary of next week's top stories.